Good morning and welcome to Herb Oracle Podcast, botanical divination with herbs, essences, flowers, and trees with your host, Herbal Marie. Let's start the day off pulling some oracle cards and getting a few messages. We can shoot the shiitake in a spiritual way-ish. And if you follow me on Instagram, I'll post a pic of the cards at Herb Oracle. Thanks so much for joining me. Here we go. It is easy for me to trust as I open my heart. Oh my God, now who the hell would ever say that? Not me, but Aloe would. Welcome back to Ho. Our new herb of the week is aloe. Aloe can you go? Aloe Vera. Aloe Vera. Yeah. Is this what you normally think of when you think of an herb? Maybe, maybe not. But it is, I think, a plant that everyone should have in their house. Like just for whenever you burn yourself, or in the summer you accidentally get baked by the hot summer sun. Aloe Vera is so slimy and soothing, and it's really good for your skin. And I have so much of it, like I kind of always think I should just start sliming it on me, but like it's winter and I'm cold and I don't feel like putting aloe on me. But it's a summer essential, 100%. So I have 4 cards in front of me. 2 are from the same deck. 2 are from Whispering Herbs Oracle cards, Essential Wisdom from Mother Earth. And what's really awesome is they've got aloe vera on both of them. They've got the same affirmation. It is easy for me to trust as I open my heart. But the pictures of these aloes are so freaking different. You can see how one is coming from an earth element and one is coming from a fire element. And you're like, well, what do you mean fire? Have you ever seen an aloe vera in bloom? It looks like a red hot poker almost type of fiery, very showy, phallic red flower. Like, yeah. So this one picture is not the aloe that you normally would think of because, okay, if you have a houseplant aloe and you've gotten it to bloom, what the fuck did you do to get it so happy? Because I've never seen this, but aloe in the wild can totally have flowers, duh, and they're really like, they almost look like a shooting, what is that shooting star one? It's very phallic. It's like if Mullen had a red-haired cousin, more flamboyant red-haired cousin, that's what kind of looks like. That was a pretty good description if you know what Mullen looks like. So yeah, we've got one with the fire element and one with the earth element. And the earth element is in the stomach meridian, heart chakra. And the fire element is the small intestine meridian, but also the heart chakra. So yeah, it's easy for me to trust as I open my heart. Now personally, I saw the word trust the other night when I pulled some cards for myself. Like I used the Kyle Gray deck, Keepers of the Light. Every single one of those cards had something to do with trust. And I was like, holy shit, you guys. All right, I get it. Because I like cried another night and really thought to myself, how will I ever trust again? Like, how can I trust anyone? I don't. I fucking do not. I trust so few people. It's crazy. So anyways, trust. It's easy for me to trust as I open up my heart. I don't even want to open my heart right now. Like it's easy. The further away somebody is from me on all levels, the easier it is for me to love them right now. It's real. I'm going through a weird little phase. It's a good phase for me because I think I'm going through this phase right now because I'm actually at enough of a place of recognizing what it truly is so that I can go through it and heal it. Like I'm truly recognizing that everything is a mirror reflection back to me, showing me something. So when I find someone unlovable for whatever reason, I have to really see that aspect of that person within myself. And that sucks, you guys. This is like the nitty-gritty, hard inner work of recognizing that that horrible son of a bitch is actually showing an something that exists inside of you. Yeah, and so you got to think like it could just be a small part of in you. It's really maybe pronounced in them, but it is in you. It's in you. It is in you. And so it is really, 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 really rough and raw to be like, oh my God, like I actually have a lot of this negativity inside me. It's under the radar. Hardly think about it, but it does exist. And then you just acknowledge it. And I feel like, what's that like Hawaiian Ho'oponopono stuff that I never really like? I mean, I remember trying it out like at one point, but I'm kind of feeling into that right now too, in a strange, weird way, because I'm just ready to heal this garbage. I really am. So it's easy for me to trust as I open my heart. This is an affirmation that I will have to work on myself. And that's because aloe vera is an herbal ally for when you are emotionally hurting and when you do have emotional doubt. Both emotional hurting and emotional doubt leads to mental distrust or trust issues. So yeah, it's maybe some of these emotional elements can sprout up in the digestion, you know? You gotta sort of see how that's all connected. But aloe vera can help with digestion, enhance digestion, aid digestion. It's a first aid plant. And yeah, it's like nature's Band-Aid a little bit. So anyways, I would totally, no, I love it whenever I have a sunburn or something. But, you know, it's like you probably don't have to wait until you're injured to connect with aloe vera. You know, maybe your injury you cannot see with your eyes. Maybe because it's in your intestines, but also maybe because it's in your heart and in your mind. And so maybe we can just connect with the energy of this plant as well, with all the physical things that it can do for us, but just what can it really do for our hearts. Yeah, it's easy for me to trust as I open my heart. Aww. All right, now the other two cards for our herb of the week. Like really, when I saw that aloe was our herb of the week, I was like, oh my God, like do I even have any aloe cards whatsoever? And I actually have two fairly big ones. I have one from the Witch's Kitchen, which will be super duper cool. And then I have one from the Herbal Healing deck, which will tell us everything we've ever wanted to know about aloe. Like seriously. So let's get a little witchy first as we go into the Witch's Kitchen. So I do have a lot of aloe growing in my bedroom because it's got great windows. And yeah, I'm looking at a plate here. They've cut some aloe stalks off. It seems like maybe they've cubed it. So these some big boys. There's a drink of like water with some aloe in it. And of course there is a clay terracotta pot with aloe just growing out every which way. There's actually two different types of aloe in this picture. And there's like a pump just, you know, reiterating the fact that aloe is so good for your skin. And I'm like totally thinking this summer, don't get singed, but maybe let us utilize this wonderful resource that we have right here in our home and just put some aloe on our skin every night and just see how our body loves that. Soothing gel to heal the skin. Digestive tract heals from within. Inflammation, immune disease. My golden juice will bring you ease. This magic is worked with harm to none. So mote it be. There, it is done. There, says aloe. Dry your eyes. For I have come to soothe you in your time of sorrow. Oh, so that is, it just always, I just think is awesome when we have an herb of the week that is so timely and is really ready to maybe help move us into that next level. And as I'm saying move, I'm seeing dorky, nerdy Sadie make jokes about how if you did drink too much of aloe vera juice, you would totally be moved, like to get your ass on the toilet seat now. Because like this is definitely one of those things that if you are going to take it internally, start off slow, little bit to see how your body likes it, so you don't like drink too much and then have diarrhea and shit your pants. Okay, I'm just friend to friend, okay? Dry your eyes, for I have come to soothe you in your time of sorrow. So the trauma of physical discomfort has taken its toll, and you yearn for the suffering to pass. So whether this is physical suffering, which, yeah, those gut pains, you definitely want those to go bye-byes, or heartache, that kind of suffering. It's not been easy for you lately, and you have been craving peace to alleviate the distress. So aloe vera is actually known as the plant of immortality, and aloe invites you to cut my spiky succulent leaf and peel away the hard skin to find inside a soothing gel effective enough to calm any irritation or inflammation. And just this week too, people have been so irritating to me. So I just feel like aloe could not be like showing up at a more perfect moment to help soothe me. Aloe says, I am a powerful antioxidant who offers unique therapeutic properties, especially when applied as an ointment for your skin and gums when used in a beauty regimen. Interesting. And yo gums. That's what it says, Sadie. Get over it. I shall thrive if you pop me in a clay pot on your sunniest windowsill and keep me on hand as a soothing amulet against accidents and misfortunes, especially around the home. So it's an awesome plant. It does like sun and neglect. Queen Cleopatra used aloe vera as part of her daily beauty regimen. The ancient Chinese used it for wounds, reducing fever and burns. Written documents found in Egypt dating back 6,000 mother trucking years honor this sacred plant as the plant of eternity and used it to embalm the dead. So how about let's just get some of the gel out of the plant. We could treat burns with it, sunburn, any type of small cut, dry skin, irritation, you name it. Put some aloe on it. Slice off the outer leaf of the plant with a sharp knife. Drain the yellow resin into a cup. So yeah, like at first it spits out yellowish stuff. Now use a spoon to scoop the clear gel from the leaf into a clean, sterilized glass jar. Keep in the fridge. You can also freeze the gel in an ice cube tray and use as needed. Now, if you don't have an aloe vera plant in your home, I pretty much see them at grocery stores now. I don't know, depending on where you live, but they're there. They big boys. So you could, like the Witch's Kitchen said, scoop some out. Yeah, like maybe that's a lot. And yeah, freeze it. So you can just take one ice cube out each couple days, or something. I don't know. So what do you think? You want to rub aloe all over you or what? Yeah, don't wait until you're singeing. Cleopatra didn't. She used it every day. And they call it the plant of eternity. So just imagine what your face would look like if you put this on it all the time. It really does make your skin soft. It really does soothe, Susan. Oh my God. Let's take a break. So aloe is very resourceful, and that's why in the herbal healing deck, as a message of resourcefulness. That word activates my lisp. So John Wooden said, don't let what you cannot do interfere with what you can do. So just do what you can do. Yeah, I like it. Aloe is a succulent plant. It's actually native to Africa and cultivated worldwide. So yeah, pretty much everyone knows what aloe is. I mean, it's amazing. But yeah, there's other species besides aloe vera. Just aloe vera is the most well-known species in the West. But the other ones also have medicinal value. But the thing is, who really knows? Like, you're just like, oh, I don't know. It's just like when it's like something new looking, you're like, I don't know. Is that okay? Is that allowed? But yeah, I don't know how many species there are of aloe. That would be kind of interesting to look up for my super nerds who want a little homework. Yeah, look them up. See what you can find out. The leaf juice and gel is widely used both internally, externally. Definitely in a lot of natural medicines. Like, you can buy like aloe juice like at Walmart even. They have so much preservatives in it though, it tastes gross. But the gel is cooling and soothing to the skin. It heals inflammation, reduces pain. You know, same thing with the gel. You can buy that just in a squeezy bottle. But yeah, they gotta add a lot of stuff to keep it from rotting on the shelf. So if you can just grow your own plant, why the fuck not just do that? Many people keep a potted aloe plant as a first aid remedy for burns and other wounds, because as we've learned already from aloe vera, it's, you know, very cooling and soothing. So as soon as you put it on, it helps, you know, really reduce the pain. It cools you down. And then, yes, it helps heal inflammation. Acne, yeah. Zit face, talking to you. It can be treated topically with aloe gel. Oh, what are you going to do? Pull a Will Smith and punch me? That's where we're at in the world, you guys. That's where we're at in the world. I'm just observing. I'm not judging. It'll also help not only with acne, but psoriasis and herpes. Okay, so herpy face, herpy butt. You can put some aloe on it. All right, it's the end of the Monday. Okay, like, we all need an outlet, and that's why we lift weights at the gym or your home gym. Aloe juice is taken internally to treat constipation and boost the body's vitamin absorption. I did not realize that off the top of my head, but that is good to know. So if you feel like you're running on, you know, it's like, did you ever consider that your body's not fully functioning at optimum level? Like, maybe a little aloe juice could help you clean out. Okay, take it easy, go slow, clean out, and then help you then absorb vitamins better. Yeah. So on top of its medicinal benefits, we can learn much from simply observing the aloe plant. So if you look at the aloe plant, it's got little spikies, right? Just like other succulents, its fleshy leaves allow aloe to survive with very little water. It thrives on sunshine and neglect, just like me. Once picked, an aloe leaf will stay fresh and juicy for a long while on its own. So that's good to know. So if you did buy some at the store, it'll last in your fridge for a while. Unlike most plants that require plenty of sunlight, aloe does best with indirect light. In fact, the plant seems to thrive on neglect. Yeah, for faux show. Faux show. So, yeah, doesn't get a lot of water. It can be in direct sun. It can be in indirect sun. It can just be where the fuck you want to put it. Thus, aloe provides a valuable lesson in resourcefulness. When this plant appears to you, you may feel a sense of neglect or lack in some area of your life. So let's just pause together, self-reflect for a moment. What areas of your life is kind of feeling neglectful a little bit? Are you low on finances? Are you lacking companionship? Are you feeling restricted in any way? Do you kind of maybe feel like you've been burned by life circumstances or maybe another person? I literally thought the other day, was thinking about somebody, and I was thinking about how much more energy still needed to be returned to that mother trucker. And like in my mind he was like, what? And I was like, are you really? You think you can stab me in the back that many times and you think you're done with me? Like, you're not done with me. You're not done with this energy being returned yet. Right? Like, do you feel like you've been burned or like taken advantage of? That's what aloe is here to help you with. Okay? So rather than focusing on what you do not have or how you have been wronged, aloe asks you to focus instead on the resources you do have. So once again, I want to talk about me. Like I really am starting to go into that phase now of singlehoodness where like I'm like, thank you, baby Jesus, that I did not have to text anyone today or have my phone ring or tend to any needy man or even have to interact. Like I don't know. It's just sometimes I just am like, thank you for having my life crumble again, because I really do need this time by myself. I really do. Like, I just sometimes imagine, what if I had to like go out and meet somebody right now? It just sounds exhausting. It just sounds exhausting. So aloe asks us to focus instead on the resources you do have. So maybe you don't have enough money, but you have a ton of clothes so you can still look good. I don't know. Just trying to come up with some ideas here. It's like, what can you do? Just like John Wooden said, don't let what you cannot do interfere with what you can. So, okay, so you can't do that right now, but what can you do? Okay, do that. Do that. Focus on the resources you do have. Okay, don't matter if they're limited. If you look closely enough, you're going to find something, really. If you think about how many resources you have, like if I think about how many books I have, how many oracle decks, how much clothes, how much, like I could keep myself busy just going through my stuff. You know what I mean? Like if you're feeling lonely, like really? Are you sure you're alone? Are you sure you're feeling lonely? Because like you could go to a community event. You could hang out with your coworkers. You could just go to Walmart and talk to random people. Like you're not alone. You're not lonely. You just need to leave your house. Go do something. Go outside. So aloe says if you look closely enough, you can discover untapped potential that maybe you had forgotten about. Maybe you didn't recognize it. You're like, oh my God, like I actually could go through all my old journals and find the fucking gems in there. Seriously, you've been writing for years. Why don't you do something with all those little nuggets of wisdom? Aloe comes with a message of conservation, not only of one's own resources, but also the planet's. So shout out to Mother Earth. She's been saying hello lately. Have you noticed the Mother Earth messages popping up in your life? It might be just a springtime thing, but yes, she says hello. And this is one of Aloe's lessons for humanity as a collective, the waste not, want not type of deal. I mean, God bless minimalism. I freaking love it, but I still do have an abundance of like other stuff that I love. Like there's always room on my shelf for one more book or one more oracle deck or a tarot deck. There just is. So if we can conserve a little and use resources wisely in our own lives, humanity as a whole will lessen its impact on Gaia, our Earth Mother. So yeah, I do feel like, yes, if you are tight on money, don't you dare spend money right now, okay? Stop it. Like, go shopping in your own closet. If you're like, I think I'll go to Goodwill and buy a pair of pants, Sadie, what you need to do is open up your drawers and try on all the ones that you actually do have. And guess what? Once you finally get through that pile, Goodwill's going to be closed. So, so crisis, averted. You didn't even make it there. And now you have like all these pants to fold, roll up, KonMari style, and put away back in your drawer. Maybe some don't fit anymore. Maybe you want to cut some off as shorts. Now we get resourceful. There's always something to do or books to dust off. So just don't be spending money. Now, the universe is not withholding resources in order to punish you, nor is there a need to punish yourself or others for the current situation. All things can be seen as a kind of spiritual test, and in this case, your resourceful nature is being tested. So how can you use what you do have to stay balanced and meet your goals? I like that Aloe's getting like pretty like real lifey. And it's not just like, oh, you got burned, here's some of my goop. It's saying like, hey, I want you to be balanced. I want you to meet your goals. I want you to know that like you can do with or without. And the thing is you can. You're never limited. Humans are masters of making something out of nothing. So seriously, can you not relate to that in your own life? Like how like you're like thinking you don't have any food in the house, but then all of a sudden you've looked in this cupboard and the freezer and found that and this and put together a fucking badass meal? Yeah, you might think you don't have any money, but then that's just when that friend drops off that bag of clothes. Like, hey, I went through my closet. Here's some shit. And you find something that you liked. Like, things and experiences and everything can and will find you, but you kind of have to tweak your little attitude a little bit. So this book says, though you may feel the pressure of limitation, consider the uses of any imposed limits. So a lot of times, like, you do your best when you don't have too many choices to boggle your mind and confuse you and delay you. Like I can't make up my mind. Well, if you only have this and that to work with, that's kind of cool sometimes. Like, see what you can do with this. It's like present your 8-year-old with 20 different Legos or whatever, 40, I don't know, and say, see what you can build with these pieces. They're not going to see that limitation as like sad. They're going to see it as a challenge. And they'll like just make something as cool as they can make with what they have. All right, learn from the youngsters. We all have exciting moments in life, but life also gives us time to step back from the action to integrate what we've learned. So if you lack companionship, one, you can go to Goodwill and buy those fucking pants because you want them. Sadie, be quiet. If you're lacking companionship, take advantage of this golden time and enjoy the solitude you maybe never had. Take time to meditate. Take time to learn a new skill, develop a spiritual practice, or just literally take a fucking break from serving everybody. Take this time to take the easier route. Oh my God, like, I almost want to like go back to that girl who was like, I'm so sad, I lost my lover, and just smack her. Just smack her. Be like, be quiet, you're gonna ruin this for us. Do you see how many books are on the shelf? We need like a huge chunk of time to make that our number one priority. And like maybe not less than a month, maybe it's like a month and a half, but I think less than 2 months now, I have to start picking up my Course in Miracles video where I left off last year. So that means I really am not going to have time for anyone else then. Because like already right now, I don't even know how I would have done that today. Like I need to pull through and find my resources of time. And I think it's all going to work out because I'm going to wrap up Ho. I'm going to fucking wrap up Ho within a month, and then bam, I'm going to just fully commit to my lessons and that project because I want to. And before I know it, summer's going to be here, and I'm going to want to be at the pool every single minute that I can be. And then I'm going to need time at night to rub aloe all over my body. Like, there's just no time for a man right now. There just is not. It is not fitting. A man is fitting less and less into my plans. I never would have thought I would have said that. So if you lack companionship, take this time in solitude to learn a new skill. Develop a spiritual practice. Like, actually develop a spiritual practice. Now, if you're like short of money, okay, and you can't get, as they say here, attain a particular heart's desire at this time. If you can't get what you want, bitch, then focus your energy elsewhere. Do something else. I gave you a billion ideas. Do not dwell on the void. Merely acknowledge it and move on, right? So do what you can do. And then Aloe takes us back to that T word, trust. Trust that there is a reason for the present circumstances. You are exactly where you're meant to be. This is what you signed up for. This is what your soul needs to learn right now. This is what you wanted. Maybe not on your human acknowledgement level, but on some level, your higher self level, this is what you wanted. If you don't like it, if you really don't like it, then change the energy of it. You have free will. You can change your energy. You can increase your vibration. You can raise your frequency. You can change your attitude of lack and start being grateful for what you do have. Start seeing the resources that are literally right in front of your face. And do what you can do with what you have. So now another message that Aloe does say is like, hey, sometimes if it comes up in a reading, it is really saying for you to conserve your resources. You know, like if you're just blowing money here and there or whatever, you know, tighten up, reel it back in. Aloe says even your energy should be considered a valuable resource. If you are wearing thin, you're burning the candle at both ends, you're doing too fucking much, you're burning your energy up. Okay, so that needs to have a little aloe vera slapped on it, okay? And understand that your energy is valuable. That's why I'm no longer putting my podcast on Spotify and Anchor for free. You've used up too much of my energy. Really, that's what people have done to me. And I just apologize to myself for not valuing myself sooner. Okay? I should have done that a long time ago. Ask people for $2. Oh my God. And put ads on things. You know what I mean? It's like for example, I narrate Daniel Scranton's Arcturian messages every day. And one time, like a year or whatever ago, or I don't know how long it's been, but it was like pretty new when I first started doing it. You know, I had an ad on my video and some bitch just slapped me down and said, how dare you put ads on him? You know, that's his message. And I thought, oh, shame on me. You're right. Like, I should just do this for free because, you know, like, blah, blah, blah. But then I got to thinking about it. It's like, yeah, but like, it takes energy to narrate, to edit, to upload. You bitches are obviously enjoying these fucking videos because you keep coming back. I think you can sit through a 5-second ad at the beginning. Like, sometimes, yeah, look who's back. JB's back. Back again. Yes, judgmental bitch is definitely alive and well. And she has to be because she stands up for me. So this is what I'm saying about integrating all parts of you. Okay? You might not like to see me be a bitch. Well, guess what? She's inside of you too. And the sooner we love her, the sooner she can get her point across and go back to, I don't know what she's doing. What's yours? Eating potato chips on the couch? I don't know. She just really doesn't want to have to rear up like that. But if you're not seeing your self-worth and you're letting people take advantage of you and you're letting people make you feel like you're not worth $1 or $2 or on YouTube 20 fucking cents, don't be surprised when this fiery element flares up. And so maybe aloe vera then is going to help us soothe that if it's gotten a little out of control. But the point is, your energy should be considered a valuable resource. And sometimes you need to conserve it. Okay? So listen to your body. Maybe you need to rest. Maybe you need to not do so much, right? You're just kind of conserving. Sometimes I have to sleep the entire weekend. Not like I'm sleeping, but I'm resting. I'm laying around. I'm staring out into space. If I get enough energy or focus, I'll read a little bit. Like, sometimes I do that all weekend. And then that's what I need to do to get through another week or recover from the previous week. So the flower essence of aloe, because it does have flowers, is used to heal the workaholic tendency to that burning the candle at both ends. So it can be very detrimental to you if you do that, you know, unless you're balancing it and really able to manage that extreme flow of energy. Most people cannot, but they get into this addiction of working, being a workaholic. And yeah. Do you think you're like that, Sadie? Maybe a little bit, but like not as bad as some people. So anyways, be mindful not to burn out. Aloe retains water as a means of survival. So water, of course, is the emotional realm. So aloe also wants to give us one more message to stay in touch with your emotions. And if need be, take time out for rest. If no progress can be made, be at peace and do not push forward. Remember to temper your fiery desires and drives with stillness and harmony. This affirmation minute is brought to you by our ooey gooey herb of the week, aloe vera, and I dedicate that slime to your beautiful face. It is easy for me to trust as I open my heart. I heal my trauma and release discomfort. I invite peace. I balance my fire with stillness and harmony. I am exactly where I am meant to be. I can and I will. It is easy for me to trust as I open my heart. I heal my trauma and release discomfort. I invite peace. I balance my fire with stillness and harmony. I am exactly where I am meant to be. I can and I will. And so it is. So what I liked best about this Aloe Vera podcast is that like it brought out the two extremes of me that I do need to balance. Like there is this fiery bitch, but yet there also is this like calm, resourceful, ooey gooey, meditative queen who knows better. But yet the fire's still there. It really is all about balance, but it also really is about us inviting that peace into our life with the intentions of healing and releasing trauma and discomfort. So someday we can say, yeah, it's easy for me to trust as I open my heart because I did the aloe vera work. And people will be like, what the fuck are you talking about? And you'll be like, go listen to Ho.